Wenn meine Grillen schwirren bei Nacht am spät erwärmten Herd, dann sitz ich mit vergnügten Sinn vertraulich zu der Flamme hin. Dann sitz ich mit vergnügtem Sinn vertraulich zu der Flamme hin. So leicht, so unbeschwert, so leicht, so unbeschwert.
Well, music has always been a part of my life. I did grow up in a musical family. I mean, nobody was doing it professionally when I was younger, anyways. But our family loved music, and my grandfather was sang in a barbershop quartet that competed internationally with a lot of success. And he wrote jingles for advertisements, and I loved to sing. I mean, I'd never been in any operas or anything like that, but I did love singing, and I was in chorus and etc. And so I went to school for to get a teaching degree in music education. And my only skill was singing. I didn't play any instruments or anything like that. So for me, I wanted to be a high school choral conductor. And while I was there, the summer before my last year of college, I met a bass baritone named Alan Held, who was having a good career at that point and ended up having a great career. And thankfully, I got to sing with him a few times, which is really fun. And I sang for him in a master class that summer, and he said to me, "Geez, Matt, you know, I don't know, have you ever considered singing? Like they're always looking for tenors, you know." And at the time, his teacher's wife was the head of the music program at Yale Opera. And so he called them and he told them about me. I went and had an audition. They took me into the program, and really the rest is history. I went from there to Lyric Opera Chicago to their Young Artist Training Program, and I went from Lyric Opera Chicago straight to the Met.
In meiner Klause eng und klein.
Werther is at the very top of my list, and the only thing that gets even sort of close to it is Berlioz's Faust, Damnation of Faust. You know, those two things in particular are music that speaks really heartily and resonates really strongly in my heart. The character, especially of Werther, I can't tell you why I relate to him, because his life experience has not been mine. But my feeling for this music and my feeling for his words and his problems, it's the one role that I've done over the years that when the set of performances finished, I was actively sad and would have said, "Yeah, let's sign me up for 10 more. I'll do more."
Ganz allein bin ich nicht ganz allein.
Well, it's something that they can't take away from you. It's hope. They can't take it away. Your hope, your desire to live and for things to be better. Your hope that your children will grow up to be happy and to have children and to watch that. And the hope that I'm going to be standing on stage again, and the hope that I'm going to have a chance to make music again, and the hope that we'll be able to bring art and joy and music to people's lives. That stuff, that's what keeps you going. It's all we've got right now. And so, yeah, when you've got children, well, wow, yeah, I work pretty hard to make sure that our hope remains intact, so that their hope remains intact, and that they understand that, hey, man, things are tough. That doesn't mean it's over. It means you got to fight through. You got to believe that a better time is coming. That my mother-in-law, better days coming. Oh, I've heard her say it so many times. I mean, like, there's better days coming, and she's right. You know, we just have to figure out how to get there. And it's more than just life hands you lemons, so make lemonade. There's truth to that, but the belief that something is coming that will be better, that's going to be okay, that there's going to be happiness in the future, that belief is important to hand to your children. Some of my favorite art songs to sing Well, I have an affinity for Schubert, and if you ask me, let's go through Die Schöne Müllerin right now, I'd say let's go. And that music has meant a lot to me. Every time I got to do it, I loved being on his journey. It's just a slightly longer than a 1 hour journey of love and loss, you know. I found myself identifying quite strongly with Schumann. And we have a Liederkreis, but the Opus 24 one, which is less done, and I don't understand why, because they're fabulously great. And I'm so glad to have made their introduction. And for me, it's my first Schumann in professional recital anyway. I know I sang some in college and in grad school, you know, just learning art song along the way. But I hadn't really sung any Schumann anywhere else. And so that was new for me, and I just loved it.
Ali, Ali, ma vie ditu.
Well, I love Im Frühling because I love the piano in particular of this piece. And if you took out the voice and you just had to listen to the piano playing, it would tell the story of the poetry perfectly. And you really travel on the journey of arrival in spring, basically, just on the piano alone. And yeah, it's one of my favorite pieces. And I have a deep connection with one of the Ives songs too, Feldeinsamkeit, which I'd heard but hadn't been able to appreciate what it felt like to sing it, and to have those words in my mouth and to be listening to the way Ives set the poetry and the harmonies he used. I just love that song, and I'm very glad to have made its acquaintance, and I feel very certain that in future recitals it'll come out as an encore, I think. But it's a beautiful, beautiful song.
Ich ruhe still im hohen grünen Gras und sende lange meinen Blick nach oben, von Grillen rings umschwirrt Unterlass von himmelsbläue wundersam Die schönen weißen Wolken ziehen dahin durchs tiefe Blau, wie schöne stille Träume, schöne stille